So for our 6 weeks with our JV and varsity, we had a 100% passing rate, which is one of the few times in my career that I've been a part of a team that had every single kid on the JV and varsity pass.
Hey, listen, before I talk about anything, I'm going to read off the grade list, okay? Hey, now this is for tomorrow. Understand, this list will not change unless you bring me a note from your teacher. Does everybody understand that?
Every week we're checking their grades, and every single week they know where they stand in what class. And we don't do it just failing, we do it as 75 and below. So if they have a 75 or below as a football program, we consider that failing.
They want to make sure you passing because they don't want nobody to fail. So, like everybody else said, they want to take time out of practice. Like we have to miss a day of practice, make sure everybody caught up on their grades. Go in a teacher's class, they make sure you passing.
And it's not an everyday thing, but there's definitely coaches that stay up here and work with the computers and things like that to try and get these kids passing. I know that there's several, Coach Litke, Coach DeLucia, Coach Vent, those guys that are teaching those core classes that are keeping those kids after practice and making sure that they understand kind of.
We'll sit down with players, and I've seen the other coaches do it, so I know they do it, is, if I can help you with your algebra, I'll sit down with you and try to help you with that. And specifically, since I teach history, any history help they need, they'll always come to me and ask me to help them with it.
It's nice that we have a staff that has so many different kind of classes that they teach, because they kind of all can help a kid, especially in our core classes, kind of get through that time they're struggling.
So over the centuries, English has borrowed many words from other languages. All right, what do we think the verb is going to be? What do you think the verb is, or action word is here? Okay, borrowed.
We're learning about sentence structure right now and how to write essays. Like writing an essay, they taught me stuff I never knew how to do. Like I'm applying it now to make better essays.
For you.
He cool. Like he know what he doing. He ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong. Like Coach Luce and Coach Vent being there with me too. He gonna make sure I'm doing my work and all that.
Okay, you were on it. You said it before. You're on the right track.
This year, currently, my toughest subject probably gonna be Coach Litke class, just because it's a core class.
Okay, give me a picture that represents free enterprise. Everybody, I just need one picture.
Ashton Williams, me and him share Coach Litke class, me, him, the quarterback, Bo Sims. We all help each other in that class when we struggle with something.
I see it a lot, and especially in my classroom, with the way my classroom's set up, is the kids are forced to help each other. That they have to rely on each other with the way I do groups in my classroom. So I see it a lot specifically in my classroom.
Right now we're talking about like federalism and stuff like that, the branches, different branches of the government.
So if I open a store here, who's the owner? You. If I open a store here, who's the owner?
The government.
The government. Okay? Now, thinking about your rights, if I want to open a store, that's going to make me happy, right? Because I want to own my own store. If I open a store here, the government takes over, is that going to make me happy? No. So I'm not pursuing happiness under here, am I? So what are they doing with my rights? They're taking them away.
Can I draw an arrow?
You wrote it on the wrong one? Yeah, let's draw an arrow.
Yeah, there's some that that tend to grasp, I guess, certain things better than other kids. I wouldn't say there's really standouts that put themselves far and away above anybody else, but there are definitely students or athletes that grasp certain concepts, I guess, better than others.
Ooh, KT Smart. I think he ranked number top 10 in our class, and Brian Smart too. Definitely not Billy, but I feel like it's KT, Brian. It's been different from my freshman and sophomore year, but my junior year I was on top of my grades like I am this year. Freshman and sophomore year I ain't do no work in class. I was just laid back, chilling. That's why I'm trying to work my way up right now. I feel like he
realized that it's like his senior year and stuff real. So after high school, he want to play football. So he gonna have to get his grades up so he can go to college and do that.
What is good credit though? Like, what's a good number to have?
830. 720.
720. That's
830.
720 is a very good number.
Football for a lot of these kids is what they consider their life. It's what they love football. It's what they're passionate about. Same way I was. You know, I'm passionate about it. And to know that can be taken away from you, you know, that I think that's a huge factor.
Most definitely. If it wasn't for football, I don't know how I'd be right now in the class and stuff like that.
I think it does, and I think a lot of it, once again, falls back on the coaches hounding the kids and making sure they're on top of their stuff. But the reward for playing, obviously, I think trumps anything else because they know if they don't pass the end of the 6 weeks, they're done.
Most definitely. If it wasn't for football, I probably wouldn't be paying attention to really caring about school at all.
Kiki, you played that perfect. Perfect. Hey, Dre. Hey, Dre. Hey, Dre. Hey, Sam.